In this video, we'll discuss some of your first steps when using Keyword Researcher for the first time. On the top right here, you'll notice the switch will indicate if you are in trial mode or full mode. When you click on the switch, then a form opens up where you can insert your email address. So after purchasing Keyword Researcher, type your email address here, and you'll notice that the app has changed to full mode. The difference between trial mode and full mode is that in trial mode, the save button is disabled, and when you're doing keyword searches, the app will only let you search half the alphabet. But in full mode, you can save your project and there are no limitations on search. Whenever you need help, you can click the Learn button, and this will open the Help browser. The Help browser is a small web browser, and you'll notice that there are several videos along the bottom which go over various aspects and functions in Keyword Researcher. But we might start off by pressing the Start button and creating a new project. Often when starting a new website, it's helpful to use the wildcard search function to generate lots of long-tail keywords and decide which keyword phrases you might consider targeting for your website. You can see here in the search box we have 3 sample phrases here. These phrases are just to give you an idea of what your search queries need to look like. You'll notice that each search query has an asterisk. This is the point where Keyword Researcher will insert the letters of the alphabet A through Z and attempt to ask Google for some suggestions for those phrases. We can erase our default sample phrases by clicking the Clear button, and we can get some more room in our app by sliding the vertical bar to the left. And now we might open our idea panel by clicking the Open Idea Panel button here. You'll notice that this interface contains many more keyword search ideas, and you might consider typing in your product or service and the region here, and Keyword Researcher will alter this list to reflect the seed words you type here. But for now, let's try a simple query like cameras for asterisk. I'll close the idea panel and I'll click my play button. So you'll notice now that Keyword Researcher is replacing the asterisk with each letter of the alphabet A through Z. We'll fast forward this video now and zoom to the end. And now that we're done with our search, you'll notice that we just found 254 keywords derived from our search phrase, cameras for asterisk. I'll move the horizontal bar up so you can see them a little bit better. And here they are, all 254 keywords, many of them long-tail keywords in the camera niche. Now you'll notice that these columns on the right here, the average monthly searches and the suggested bid column, are both currently empty. But these are important columns. Recall that the average monthly searches is typically derived from Google's approximate estimation of how many times a given keyword will be searched for per month. That's very valuable data, and the only way to actually get this data is to run these keywords through the Google Keyword Planner, the free Google Keyword Planner. So there are lots of ways to do that. The Google Keyword Planner will let us download data for 800 keywords at once. And since we have less than 800 keywords, we can right-click on the keyword column and just click Select All, and then I can just click Copy. And now the keywords have been copied to my Windows clipboard. And then I can just paste these keywords into the Google Keyword Planner. So now we're in the free Google Keyword Planner, and I can click on the Get Search Volume button and simply paste my keywords in and click the Get Search Volume button. And of course here you'll notice that Google has just attained all of our data for these keywords. So we'll simply click the Download button now. We'll make sure that we have Excel CSV checked here and click Download again and simply save the file to our hard drive. And now we're back at Keyword Researcher. And so our CSV file here, of course, contains our search volume data from the Google Keyword Planner. So to bring our CSV file in, we'll click on the Import as CSV File button. And then we'll simply drag our Google Keyword Planner CSV file into the green drop zone. And of course, now you'll notice that we've obtained our average monthly searches data and suggested bid data for all of our keywords. So you'll notice our bottom grid here is now populated with lots of keywords and lots of data. This grid is called the temporary keyword grid, and this big grid on the left is called the project keyword grid. The purpose of the project keyword grid is to actually hold the keywords that you want to keep in your project, typically to hold the keywords that you want to use on your website. And the purpose of the temporary keyword grid is just to receive keywords from our 4 search and import functions here. So of course, once you've actually derived your keywords via any of our search functions, then they end up here in the temporary keyword grid. And at this point, you can simply move keywords over to the project keyword grid one at a time by clicking the blue arrow, or you can delete keywords by clicking on the red X. And you can also assign keywords to different lists by clicking on one of the swatches here. Or you can do what I usually do, is simply move all of the keywords over to our main project grid at one time, and then handle all the sorting and arranging of the keywords later. But this is a demo, so let's talk about sorting and arranging right now. We'll go ahead and click our vertical bar to make more room for our big project keyword grid. Now, for any of the columns in Keyword Researcher, you can right-click on the grid column header, and you can select this 10-to-1 icon to sort the keywords by their average monthly searches from high to low. And you'll notice our first keyword, cameras for sale, has 12,100 searches per month. Now let's talk about the white list, the gray list, and the black list. The white list is for keywords that you do want to use on your website, and the gray list is for keywords that you aren't sure about or you haven't sorted yet, and the black list is for keywords that you do not want to use on your website. So maybe I want to make sure that I get cameras for drones, and I have an article on cameras for filmmaking, and I have an article on cameras for astrophotography. So I put these 3 keywords on the white list. But maybe I don't do cameras for security, and I have no cameras for rent. So these keywords might go on the black list. I can filter my keyword grid by clicking on the whitelist swatch here. And you'll notice that now I'm only seeing the keywords that I've actually assigned to the whitelist. I can also click on the gray list, and now I'm seeing all the keywords in the gray list, and now I'm seeing all the keywords in the black list. If I click the little chain icon here, then I'm seeing all the keywords on the white and the gray list. This is typically the view you'll want to use when you're working with your project keyword grid. You'll also notice that we have a very useful keyword search box here, and if you right-click on the keyword column, then you'll see lots of search examples which show you how to use this box. I might type in camera and bird here and press enter, and you'll notice that I have 2 keywords on birding photography, cameras for birding and cameras for birding photography. This can be very useful when you're trying to find keywords in a large list. But for now, we'll remove our search filter by clicking the blue X. Now, one of the goals of SEO is to eventually assign keywords to content articles on your website. And that's why we have the article tree in Keyword Researcher. I'll open the article tree by clicking on the plus icon here. And so our article tree has expanded, and you'll notice that we have 3 icons here. This will make a new category, this will make a new article, and this will make a new paragraph in that article. These are all just tools for sorting content articles and keywords. So let's go ahead and create a new category, and we'll call it cameras. And we'll create a new article in that category, and perhaps call our article Best Cameras for YouTube Vlogs. I'll expand my article tree so you can see the whole title. So this would perhaps be an article about which camera to get if you want to start vlogging by posting YouTube videos. The word vlog, of course, stands for video log. And the reason I chose that title is because I noticed 2 high volume keywords here, cameras for YouTube and cameras for vlogging. So perhaps I might want to target these 2 keywords in one article. I can hold Control on my keyboard and select both keywords at the same time, and then I can drag them over to my content article. You'll notice the little plus icon here, and when I click that, you'll see that my keywords have been assigned to my new article. Again, this is a major point of SEO, is just assigning keywords to content articles on your website. So typically, when you're doing SEO, you'll repeat these steps until all of the keywords that you want to use on your website have been assigned to articles that are on your website or that you want to write for your website. Remember, SEO is about creating content based upon the keywords that people are actually typing into the internet. These are actual words that people are typing into Google, and this shows you approximately how many times people are typing them into Google per month. And so that's why we want to be sure that our content articles contain these keywords in total, or at least contain variations of the words in the keywords that people are typing in. Now I can drag my article tree back over, and you'll notice we have a tab here called Write Content. And of course you can see here the title of our new content article, Best Cameras for YouTube Vlogs. Best Cameras for YouTube Vlogs. And it is in this area, the HTML editor or the visual editor, where we can actually start writing our content. I've just pasted some random content from the internet, and you'll notice that our text editor features the typical HTML editing tools. For example, we can bold keywords and add italics HTML by simply clicking the icons up here. I'll scoot my article tree over to make a little bit of room, and you'll notice these three icons here, T, S, and C. They're also listed here very faintly, T, S, and C. T stands for the title, which is of course just the article title. S stands for the slug. The slug is the final cluster of text in your URL that comprises the link, and the C stands for the content, which is just the HTML content of the article itself. Now you'll notice that these icons are color-coded. Green means that the entire keyword phrase appears in the item. S means that all the keywords appear in the slug. So you can see that our keyword phrase, cameras for YouTube, does appear in the slug. But the C is orange, so it doesn't appear completely in the article content. If we press the highlighter icon, we can see that the word for is in the article content, and the word cameras is in the article content, but the word YouTube is not in the article content. So we might briefly alter our sentence to contain our entire keyword phrase. And now you'll notice that the phrase is green, and the C icon, remember C stands for content, is also green. So this is the chore you go through when you're SEO optimizing an article for a website. The ultimate goal is just to try to get the actual keywords themselves into your article content. That's pretty much on-page SEO in a nutshell. To review, remember we went to the Find Keywords tab and we used our various search functions to find some keyword phrases, which we then imported as CSV file from the Google Keyword Planner. All of these items came to our temporary keyword grid, and you'll recall that we moved them all over to our project keyword grid. We then sorted our keywords on our white list, our gray list, and our black list, and we chose two keywords that we wanted, and we dragged them over to a new article we created called Best Cameras for YouTube Vlogs. We then switched over to our Write Content tab, and we pressed our highlighter icon to see which keywords we still needed to add to our content to create an SEO optimized content article. So again, that is SEO in a nutshell. Now let's switch back to our splash screen by clicking the home button. And if you want to familiarize yourself with Keyword Researcher some more, you can click the red play button here. And this will open a demo project which has lots of articles and keyword assignments and some starter content here to look at. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick introductory demo to Keyword Researcher. And whenever you need more help, you can press the Help menu button here and click Open Help Browser. Again, this will open a small video help browser which features various videos about how to use various functions in Keyword Researcher.